Hey y'all, welcome to my Q&A, baby. Today I'm going to be answering some questions that you guys asked on my TikTok and my Instagram. So it's just going to be a little get to know me. And if you're new here, my name is Cameron, and on this channel I'm just going to be sharing a little bit about my life and my lifting journey. Let's just dive into it. No reason to dilly-dally. Where are we starting? Where are we starting? Okay, so there was a lot of questions about lifting, and I know not everybody cares about that, so I'm going to start off with more like basic information that's not really about my lifting. So question number one, how old am I? I am 27 years old, just turned 27 in March. I feel like an imposter adult. I don't feel like a grown-up at all. So yeah, on my TikTok, like a lot of people thought I was 18 or 19, and I was like, baby, talk to me nice. I know 27's young. I'm not saying like I'm so old. But you know, I'm approaching 30, and 30's still hella young. Honestly, the older I get, I realize, holy crap, like, is there any such thing as like actually being an old person? Because no matter how old you get, you still feel like you always have. It's weird. Growing up is weird. But you know, I'm starting to see like little fine lines, and I'm like, damn, it's happening. So I will take 18 or 19. Thank you. Next question. How does one achieve this level of whimsy? I don't know if you guys can relate, but like when things in my life like happen that make me excited, and you like think about, like there's like a burst of just like thoughts of like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this thing. And then you just like, I feel like everyone can relate to that, right? Like, you know, you're like, oh my God, you remember like your vacation you're about to take. And like in that very moment, you're just like, like, I just get that a lot of the time. And it's not about like a big vacation, but it's just about like life. Like, I don't know, like even just filming this video, I'm like, oh my God, like things just excite me, and I equivalent it to like when a dog just gets that burst of energy and just starts running around like crazy, like the zoomies. I genuinely get the zoomies very often, and that's how you achieve that level of whimsy. I don't know how to explain it, dude. I don't know if it's personality. I don't know if it's just the love of Jesus in my heart, but weirdest way I've had to take a dump. I was hesitant on if I wanted to answer this question because that's a little TMI, but like I'm a very open person. I just know not everyone is, so I like don't want to gross people out, but like who the fuck cares? This is my channel. The weirdest way I've had to take a dump. One time our toilet was down, and that's a whole fucking story time in itself, and I don't think I have the permission to share because it was my sister who clogged it. So maybe if I get her permission, I can share that one day. But anyway, regardless, our toilet was down bad for like a week. And like my dad had to get up and take his morning shit at like the Burger King down the road. And I had to go so freaking bad this one time. And I was not going to go to a Burger King. And I was like, oh, what do I do? It was like I couldn't hold it. Like I literally couldn't. So I had to just take a garbage pail, put a bag in it, plop. Take the bag out, tie it up, throw it in the garbage. Anyway, moving on. Next question. Do you have siblings? Yes, I have 7 siblings. The oldest is 41 and the youngest is 25. I'm 27. I'm the second to youngest. I have a younger sister. There's 6 girls, 2 boys, and we are so close, and I love them all so much. We like see each other all the time. We have like a family party every freaking month because there's so many birthdays, because now all my siblings have like kids and they have birthdays that we celebrate. I have 17 nieces and nephews, and I'm so blessed. I'm truly so blessed to have 5 sisters, and it's like built-in friends. And luckily we all get along, and we're currently planning a camping trip this summer, and I'm so fucking excited. I'm like, I just have 5 besties and sister-in-laws too, 2 sister-in-laws. So there's just so many fun people, and we just get to do fun things. We went to Florida last year. We had a girls trip. Like, it's the freaking best. Like, who needs friends when you got sisters? Somebody said, did you expect to get this much followers? Abso-freaking-lurtly not. I posted that video on a whim. I was right here in my bed. I was like, damn, James Charles just lost so many followers, which means like that many people can just click a button at once. Like that means they could come to me and follow me. So I literally just made the TikTok and I just asked. I was like, hey, everybody, like, come over here. And everybody fucking did, and it's fucking crazy. Sorry I keep swearing, but like, oh my gosh, it's insane. It's still going up. I started at 119K and I was like, oh my God, I'm almost at 120K. This is so cool, because I started that TikTok back in 2019 and it's been such a slow burn, like such a slow burn. It's taken 7 years to get to 120K, and I haven't been the most consistent on it, I will say, but in the past year I have. And just doubling it overnight is crazy. It's just crazy that like 10 seconds of a TikTok video made you like me and want to follow me. Like, thank you. Anyway, next question. What is the moment in your career that made you think, okay, I'm really doing this? Also, I love your videos. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I'm guessing by career, you mean like making content. This year, literally just a month ago, I told my boss, I was like, yo, like, I'm basically on the verge of quitting because I really want to dedicate all my focus into my social media, my coaching business, because I freaking love this, you guys. You don't understand the hours of footage we have of me as a child, of all of the skits, of all of my literally like vlogs before vlogging was a thing. My family had this old camcorder and like there's videos of me. It's so close up and I'm talking to an imaginary audience. I was constantly putting on shows. I was constantly recruiting all of our neighbors and like dressing them up in costumes and like coming up with these stories and filming home videos and editing them on iMovie, and they're so fucking hilarious.
Now shut up. Let Daddy rest.
And you're the one that converses with her, you know, on a regular basis, so you are very intuitive with different signals and the eye contact thing and all that kind of stuff.
I can't believe the shit that I would come up with, and my sister too. Like us together, so freaking funny, like just absolutely nuts. And I've been doing this forever, and it took me a while to really know what I wanted to do like with my life. Like I went to college, I graduated with a liberal arts degree. I was like, I kind of want to go into business. I want my own business. Like I knew I wanted to be my own boss. I hate working for people. I fucking hate having to go to a job. I think a lot of people can agree, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I love the gym. So I'm like, okay, maybe like I'll be a personal trainer or something. And I got certified. I was about to start at the Y and I was like, hold on, like I'm about to put all of this effort and energy into building up all these clients to be a personal trainer at the Y, like training old people. And I'm like, I don't fucking want to do this. And like last minute, this was literally just a month ago, last minute I had to tell everyone, I was like, I don't want to be a personal trainer at the Y. I don't know why I was doing this, but yeah, so it just like this, it all happened for a reason, because I was like, okay, I'm going to just like step away from my YMCA job and just freaking lock in, make YouTube videos every week, grow my Instagram, work on like all the programming I have to do for my clients, because I do currently have a business, and work on growing that, because that is the end goal. I want to freaking wake up and make content and help my clients like achieve their goals and not be strapped down to some job I have to show up to. So if you want to follow along, that's going to help push me to where I want to be in life. Anyway, sorry for that tangent. That was kind of long. Someone asked, what's my best Riz line? Okay, when it comes to men, I'm very stubborn. Like I'm not going to make the first move or hit on a man. I mean, I low-key would. My like approach is just like start building a friendship. So like immediately if I see a man and I'm like, I like that, I like what I see, I will try to find any way I can to become friends with him and then just build a friendship. And in that friendship, try to get to know everything I need to know if I want to actually pursue it or not. So this has happened a lot of times in the gym where I see a guy that I'm like, yo, ew, where I'm like, he is fine. And then I will like finagle my way into like his friends, and then we'll become friends. And right away, like I find out so quick. I'm like, so like, are you like, do you have any faith? Are you like, do you go to church? You know, you believe in God? Because that's like literally my number one non-negotiable. And you know, it sucks because as soon as I find out they like have no relationship with God, I'm like, dang it. Well, then this is just like not going anywhere. So, but which is fine, because a lot of them have just genuinely turned into great friends of mine. But as for a Riz line, it's literally just like I become friends with them. I'll literally find anything I can say. Be like, oh, like, are you using this? And then I'll just be like, I don't know. I'll just ask them questions. Can't believe I answered the freaking dump question. Someone said, how are you so cool? I don't know. I mean, thank you. I guess I'm cool. You really just gotta fucking not care and just be yourself. Do you have a boyfriend? I do not. And a little background on my dating life for those interested. I have had one boyfriend in my whole life. This was in college, 2020. We dated for like 8 months. He was from England. And it was sucked because like we were going to the same school. Lockdown happened. He got sent back to England. And then like that's literally when we started dating. And so it was like an 8-month relationship on FaceTime. Fucking sucked. And then we eventually broke up. And I decided like when we broke up, I was like, okay, I want to dedicate at least one whole year to just being completely single. Because before that, obviously I had always been single, but I had always had like a crush, a talking situationship, someone I was Snapchatting, someone to keep my mind occupied. And I just kind of hated that because you know how crazy it can make a girl. It's fun, but I was like, I need to just kind of step away from being like boy crazy and take a year to just like really gain independence. Because I realized having that experience of a relationship, I became so needy. I was like, I want to be with you every second of every day. And that's a little too much. So that freaking whole year of singleness turned into fucking 5. So that was 5 years ago. I have been so single. In the past 5 years, I probably went on like 3 dates, I think. I don't go on dating apps. I've never had a dating app. And have I met a lot of guys that I was like, ooh, potential, I'm interested. Yes, that always happens at the gym. And then they always just flop because I find out they don't love the Lord. And I need a man of God. What's your favorite color? Blue, baby. Blue. Do I have a partner? No, I just answered that. No partner. But I am available. I wouldn't say no to a good guy, but where are they? Someone said iconic is all I can say. Thank you. I am scared. Okay, I'm scared because this is just a little too much support too fast and I'm overwhelmed and I like want to cry because it's so nice and everyone's just like loving me. But I'm also scared because I'm like, uh-oh, like something horrible is about to happen. Like I'm going to get canceled before I can even enjoy this. I don't think I have anything to get canceled for, but you never know with these days on the internet. People are ruthless. And considering I'm getting all the people who just canceled James Charles who are following me, that means they're probably very easy to cut someone off. So I'm just hoping that you don't with me. Anyway, but if you do, who cares? Who cares? I will live my life. Someone said you kind of look like my cousin. Okay. Your cousin sounds cool as heck. Some people are asking if I have a boyfriend. Somebody asked what my opinion was on being homeschooled. And the only negatives from it is that being the last of 8, my mom was kind of burnt out and I felt like we got gypped a tiny bit of an education, especially me and my youngest sibling. But I still went to college and I had a great GPA and I did fine. And then one other thing is it's a little bit more tricky to get like, you know, involved in extracurricular activities and sports. You know, I wasn't ever in like theater and if I went to school, I probably would have. And so there's things I think I missed out on in a sense, but I think there was a whole lot that I was protected from. And I think it was really healthy for me and my siblings to grow up being together all day with our mom. I think it's fantastic. I think homeschooling is great. Just make sure you are educated and you can educate your children. Make sure you socialize them and you give them the opportunity to try different sports and different hobbies. My favorite song and color, my favorite song is probably Money Trees by Kendrick Lamar. My favorite color is blue. People keep asking my zodiac sign. I don't think I really believe in all that, but I'm an Aries. You know, I probably could have told you I was anything and you'd been like, oh, I totally knew that. I got that vibe. Someone asked if I believe in God. Yes, I asked Jesus into my heart when I was 5 years old. I truly think having Jesus in my heart, living inside of me, is what keeps me a joyful person. I was raised in the church, but it came down to my own personal decision to follow Jesus, which I made when I was 5 years old. Somebody asked what music I like. I listen to a lot of rap and hip hop, but I also like alternative music and really just anything I like. Like, I don't like a certain genre. It's like, it just has to be a certain song. Like, I like some country songs. I don't like country music, but there's a couple that I really love. I really like to dance, so whatever I can dance to, I love. All right, moving on to some of the gym related questions. Any advice on gym anxiety besides just walk in? This is a fantastic question. Believe it or not, I literally used to have anxiety just going to the gym and walking in and doing my workout. I was always looking over my shoulder like, people are watching me. I look like a fool. I don't know how to use this machine. My form is shit. And also just like the creepy old guys who were looking at me and freaked me out. Like, I had a ton of anxiety. The general advice I would give is it genuinely does just take time. The more you do it and you just push through like those uncomfortable feelings, the easier it will become. But some actual like tips that you can put into practice are go in with a plan so you know exactly what you're going to be doing. So when you walk in, you know, it's not like you're like looking around and I don't know where to go. Have a plan. It's always a good idea to kind of like pick a small corner or like where the stretching area is, or like jump on a treadmill. So just to like warm yourself up, and that way you can kind of get an idea of what's going on in the gym, where you kind of want to go to next. If the thing you want to go to is taken, it's so freaking simple to just be like, hey, excuse me, how many sets do you have left? And the person might be like, oh, this is my last one. Sweet. You are just now locked in to be the next person to use that machine. That is what solidifies your spot in line to get it next. Get some good tunes going and just lock the fuck into your actual workout and focus on you and what you are there to do for your body, because that's what everyone else is there for. They're all focused on themselves and what they have to get done, and no one really is paying that much attention to you anyway. Trust me, with time, it'll get more comfortable. Like for me now, the gym is the one place in the freaking world that I feel the most comfortable at, which is crazy to think like how anxious I was starting out. I'm currently trying to overcome the gym anxiety final boss, which is talking to a microphone in the gym. It is so freaking awkward, but I know just like how I started out, this will get easier. And it will probably eventually just become super comfortable, and I won't give a fuck if anyone sees me talking to a mic. But good luck. It will get better with time. And then along came Zeus. Phones dying, cameras dying. Will I ever do a bodybuilding comp? If so, when? I have no idea when. I totally want to compete in bodybuilding one day. I totally do. But I love lifting heavy so much. I love powerlifting, and I am off to a great start. Like, I'm kind of just starting out. I only have a couple meets under my belt, and I already have pretty decent numbers that I'm like, if I just took this another 5 years, like how much crazier would my lifts be? Considering I love it so much and that I could probably take it pretty far, I'm like, I don't just want to stop to just cut and then freaking bodybuild. So I have no idea when I want to do it, but I just know I do, okay? That's pretty much all I can give you. Somebody asked why I got started in powerlifting. So I first started the gym just to work on my physical appearance. I wanted to grow a big bodacious butt. And then along the way, I met some guys in the gym. They kind of introduced me to what powerlifting was, and they taught me how to bench press for the first time, and they told me about like an 1,000-pound club, and I had no idea like what the compound lifts were or what this whole thing was, but as soon as I learned about it, I was like, that is immediately my goal. So after that, I had that goal in mind, and I just freaking kept lifting, and then I signed up for my first competition, and I hit an 1,000-pound total. Woo woo! But yeah, I started out with just wanting to get thick. Like, I just wanted to be big and like thick. Next question. I've been in the gym quite a while now. What steps do I follow to start powerlifting? I would find an actual powerlifting program that is structured to improve at your 3 compound lifts. You can find programs online, like, yeah, they're going to be really basic, but they can do the job, especially when you're starting out. And then like later on, I highly recommend getting a coach who knows what they're doing and who can properly program for you. How many grams of protein do I eat? I eat at minimum my body weight in grams. So for example, I weigh 155 pounds. I'm eating a minimum of 155 grams of protein per day. Lately, it's been around like the 160 to 200 gram range. I'm 3 weeks out from my meet and I'm trying to add just a couple pounds of body weight, and I've been eating a lot of carbs, so my protein's been pretty high lately. Somebody asked if I've ever had seasons where I randomly forget technique and technique feels off. Heck to the yeah, all the time. And it sucks because like a lift will be going so well and like clicking, and then all of a sudden it doesn't, and you're like, what the heck? This was my good lift. But you know, progress ebbs and flows. It's a constant journey, and that's gonna happen. So yes, that happens all the time. And they can never quite seem to like all be perfect at the same time. Somebody asked, how do I push past burnout and what's my favorite dessert? How I push past burnout, I need to take time off. So if I'm reaching burnout, whether that's like physically, mentally, and there's just too much on my plate, like I need to have a day to just do nothing, to kind of reset and get everything in order. Typically I reach burnout when I go too long without having one of those days to really just like literally do nothing. And my favorite dessert, I would say I love cheesecake. I also love ice cream. I love anything chocolate, peanut butter. I just love sugar. Somebody asked, they saw I posted that I worked out for 3 hours. Do I actually work out for that long? I'm ashamed to say yes, sometimes I am working out for 3 hours, especially on my squat, bench, and deadlift day. Because think about it, I gotta warm up for squats, work up to my top set, hit all my back downs, take everything down, move on to bench, do all my bench warm-ups, warm up to my top set, hit my top set, do my back downs, take down bench, move to deadlift, warm up for my like it takes so long, and then I have a couple accessories to hit after. So my SBD day takes 3 hours typically. Like that is very typical. And then you add in like I stop and I talk to people and I take rest periods in between all my workouts. So yeah, I don't think anyone has to work out that long. I think that's definitely excessive. I could probably clean it up if I didn't talk to anyone and I didn't like go on my phone and like take long rest breaks, but I do, and I like to take my time, and who cares? Sue me. Somebody asked, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? But I have a question for you. How much FUD could a FUD pucker puck if a FUD pucker could puck FUD? Yeah, that's right. How much FUD could a FUD pucker puck if a FUD pucker could puck FUD? And then you get back to me on that. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm really tired, and it's actually almost freaking midnight. I don't know if you can see. You can't see. That's my old dog. He died. It is almost midnight, so I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this allowed you to get to know me a little bit more, and hopefully you decide to stay and follow me along on my journey. It's gonna be Vlog Girl Summer. I'm gonna be making a video every week, so stay tuned for all the fun things I'm gonna be doing this summer. No, all the fun things we're gonna be doing this summer, because I'm gonna be taking you with me, okay? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Good night. Okay, you can leave now. What the fuck are you still doing in my room? Go, I have to go to sleep. All right, that's a wrap.